First, SA, standards on auditing. So ICAI is a member of International Federation of Accountants, IFAC. This is the main board. Under them they have International Auditing and Assurance Standards Board, AASB. They only issue standards, SA. ICAI, since they are members of International Auditing and Assurance Standard Board, we have one wing here also, Auditing and Assurance Standards Board, Indian Auditing and Assurance Boards. So this board only will issue standards. So we have SQC, Standards on Quality Control. We have SA, Standards on Auditing. We have SRE, Review Engagement. We have SAE, Assurance Engagement. SRS, Related Services. Okay. Now, our primary focus is on SA. And SQC1 is applicable for the firms which does all the 4 other things. For example, auditing, assurance engagement, review services, any related services. So yes, QC is applicable for the firms which do SA, SAE, SRE. Okay, SRE. So which is now SQC1 only there. We will read SQC1 along with SA 220. Okay, I was expecting you da. Okay, next. So our major focus is on SA. SQC also will study within that SA 220 itself is there, but we will read the difference between what is this two. What is for the firm and what is for the audit work. That is the only difference. Then anyway SRE has been taken out, SRS, SAE, everything has been taken out. SAE we will be touching and going in professional ethics, but only one standard, the 3400, that standard we will touch and go in professional ethics. Review engagement, that is limited review. When we do quarterly limited review for listed companies, that is that review engagement. Related services, some other assignment you will be getting other than audit. Sir, we want fixed asset verification, we want this agreement checking, kind of, SRS, but they have been removed, because even when they have this standards, they cannot ask question properly, because it's mostly reporting type. So let us start with SA 200. So what is your duty after coming for everyday's class? You should go read this book one more time, underline, have a key points, and take question bank, start reading side by side the question bank also. Getting exemption is not difficult. First keep this in mind. But it is never easy. In auditing it's never easy, but it's not that difficult, because ask 10 students who passed this examination. Ask Carl, your friends of friends who passed, first group or both groups. Ask their auditing mark alone. If they told 55 plus, superb. Okay, so ask their auditing marks. Out of 10, if you can able to get even 5 plus who passed even CA, great, because average mark is less than 52. in auditing, average mark. So why? Because the homework has not been done. I am telling you, classwork plus homework you take 75 hours time, enough. I am not even saying class you need 75 hours. Classwork plus homework put together 75 hours, enough. Which you are doing almost 300 plus in FR. 180 plus hours of class, at least 100 hours, minimum 100 hours you are doing self-study. And even then you are leaving consolidation in the examination. Choice route wrong. Most of the people, consolidation, amalgamation, they will put in choice. They will write exam itself for somewhere around 80 marks. And after going for this much of classes, spending this much of time, they are doing this. The 50% you give it here, you will get exemption. Homework is mandatory. Sit properly. Okay, do the homework. Don't think, it's easy. It is not easy. It will look easy. So I will tell, attus magis valid complet. There is an interpretation of statue. It used to tell, on the face it looks simple. On a close look it will look different. Okay. And you people are attending crash course. That means you already so that means you already have gone through auditing one time. This is the assumption, because crash course itself will be like that. But obviously I will be taking full portion. It will be in fast manner, 1.5x speed. Okay, yesterday one person took my law crash course. He was seeing that. In fact, 3 times he can watch one video. Even after watching 2 times the video, he is saying it is super fast. I cannot able to understand anything. Then I asked him, this is which attempt? This is my 3rd attempt. And I am in old syllabus. He watched dividend chapter itself. And dividend chapter itself we cannot able to understand. Appo endha kevala level la you will be studying paathuko. Because that is an IPCC portion. Okay, in CA final level, I used to tell in depth. But it will be fast. Basically it will be fast. And this guy is saying it is super fast. That means that these people are expecting me to teach in North Indian style. Bachcho, likhiyo. SA, kya re? Come on, repeat, bolo. SA 200. Clap, come on. What does SA 200? Overall objectives of an independent auditor. Now the thing is, we have to complete this entire book. Have you seen institute material? Okay, it's so big. I tell you, we have to complete with knowledge. Practically, what kind of questions they will ask. You should think, remember. Understood? So, SA 200. So, how many essays are there? SA 200 to SA 720. What is the latest essay which got revised? 299 got revised. 700 got revised. Your report, audit report standard got revised. The change. Contents are almost similar, but manner has been changed. So there is high chance that they will ask, write on audit report. Okay, so now SA 200. Come on, tell me, SA 200 overall objectives of whom? Of an independent auditor. For what? Conduct of an audit in accordance with standards on auditing. Come on, tell me. Overall objectives of an independent auditor and conduct of an audit in accordance with standards on auditing. Okay. It is like little big name, but you can easily remember overall objectives. That is what? Of whom? For what? Okay. Now, auditor needs integrity. Auditor needs integrity. Integrity means honest. Okay. You should be unbiased, straightforward. Should use professional skepticism. These and all his qualities. So integrity is the point. Auditor needs to have highest level of independence. So first integrity, second independence. Third, for what purpose you are doing audit? For giving an opinion. Opinion about what? The financial statements. Whether it is prepared in accordance with accepted financial reporting framework. You have schedule 3, right? Accepted financial reporting framework. Your financial statements are free from material misstatements arising due to fraud or error. This is what legal points. You should not write something else. Financial statements are free from material misstatements arising due to fraud or error. Then first point, what is first point? Objectivity first point. Whether your financial statements are prepared as per accepted financial reporting framework. Whether the financial statements are free from material misstatements arising due to fraud or error. Whether your financial statements are true and fair. They show true and fair of the financial position. So these 3 words you should keep remember. Okay, you should remember this, because wherever you want you have to put this mane tene pon mane. Okay, so this 3, true and fair, framework, free from statements. Okay, then 4th point is confidentiality. Okay, you should be not letting out the information what you got in the audit. 5th point is skill and competence. Okay, SKILL, skill. Okay, 5th point is skill. You should have theoretical knowledge as well as practical experience. That is why you are going for articleship. Skill and competence. Competence means you should know how to use your skill. Okay. Then you cannot do everything by yourself, that you also know, everyone know. So you should use the work of others. Using the work of others. How to use the work of others? By reviewing it. So you not just like that sign. After someone does the work, you should review it. So how to use the work of others? Experts are there, internal auditors are there. So how to, other auditors, joint auditors are there. How to use the work of others? Okay, so you should do some review things. Then documentation, should document everything. That is the main thing we should do. Before, concentrate main on documentation. Then evidences, you should obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence before giving any opinion. So what type? Sufficient and appropriate. You should have enough. Okay, you should have qualitative evidence and quantitative evidence. Okay, you should have enough evidence to prove in the court of law that you are not negligent. You are not negligent. I did my work. Okay, even then if there is a mistake, okay, that is not my botheration, because somebody have done fraud and it is not my duty to find fraud. And I have done my duty. See, all my documentations, I have documented all my evidences which I obtained in the audit. So I am a watchdog and not bloodhound. Please understand, auditor is a watchdog and not bloodhound. What is bloodhound? Bloodhound is the dog which will smell the criminal. Okay, but auditor is not needed to do that. It's not expected to do that. In case while doing audit, if I come across, I have to let doubt. And even that I have 2 options. One is reporting to board audit committee if it is less than 1 crore. If it is more than 1 crore, central government, ADT 4. Okay, so those things also we will be studying later stage. So come on, tell me, first point, integrity, independence, objectivity, confidentiality, skill and competence. Okay, using the work of others, documentations, evidences. Okay, then accounting and internal control system. Accounting and internal. You should know accounting of that company and internal control systems of that company. IFC over FR you will be reporting. No, you should know those things. Okay, then audit involves a lot of planning. Correct? That is the reason you have that strategy. Okay, then development of overall audit plan and putting into audit program. Strategy, planning and programming, 3 things. And finally you will issue a report. Okay, come on, tell me how many points are they totally? 11 points. So in a flow, in order, there is no need to mug up, there is no mnemonics and all for this. But if you tell, it will come. Okay, so first you start with integrity, immediately another I, independence. Okay, then objectivity. Objectivity is 3rd point. You have 3 points in that. What are the 3 points? Framework, error free. Okay, then okay, 3 points over. Next, confidentiality, using the work of others, documented, evidence. What you have to document? Evidence, documentation. Okay. Okay, then planning, reporting. Okay. Next, what are the 3 types of opinion? Or what are the 2 types of opinion? Modified and modified. What are the 3 things in modifications? Qualified, adverse, disclaimer. Okay. What are the 3 assurance levels? Absolute, absolute, reasonable, moderate. Come on, tell me what are the 3 types of assurance? Absolute means, that means you are saying best, no mistake in this. Due diligence, they expect to do this. Due diligence. Reasonable, auditors, true and fair. Okay, moderate. I have not come across anything to say it is not true and fair. Say if you ask me, how are you, sir? If I say I am good, then it is reasonable. If I say I am not bad, that also means I am good, right? But this level is different. That is moderate. Nothing has come to my observation which causes us to believe that the financial statements is not true and fair. This is the legal wordings to be used. This is what? Moderate. Where we will use moderate? In reviews, limited reviews, we will use moderate. Where we will use reasonable? Audit. Where we use absolute? Investigation, due diligence, all those things. Understood? Next. What are the inherent limitations of audit? Sir, audit has to be completed within time. Correct? Audit involves sampling. So, in what a sample? Audit procedure is getting applied on less than 100% of the population transaction. It's called sample. That means there is high chance I am leaving something. So, in that there may be some errors. Okay. So, I have time constraint. Okay. I have sampling techniques I am applying. Then fraud or error can be there. That is also a audit inherent limitations. Okay. And we have judgments. We involve lot of judgments, correct? Benchmarking at judgments we do. And we focus on materiality. We will leave immaterial items. And judgments has been formed by us, which maybe sometimes go wrong. So these are the inherent limitations of audit. So come on, tell me, what is inherent limitations of audit? Okay, so even you can fraud, you can keep it last, because auditors inherent limitations la fraud will not be there. Audit limitations la it is there, but auditors limitations la you cannot tell fraud. Okay, you can say sampling, judgments, you will see materiality. Okay, those things you can have. Okay, then see, evidence is what you are obtaining in audit. Sometimes it is not a conclusive evidence. For example, one debtor is there. Okay, in Vadivel film, he took cycle on hire. Okay, can you able to relate this scene? Nakarthi, Kathu, exactly. So he will take the cycle on hire, and he will never return the cycle also, and he never pay the hire money also. And whenever that vendor asks, he will say, hey, whether I escaped with your cycle? No, I am in front of you, I am standing here, I am standing in the tea shop. Okay, when you will return the cycle? When I get my money, when I get a money, I will return your cycle and pay the higher rent. When you will get the money? Okay, when I am going to return the cycle, at that point of time, I will get the money. Now, he is giving an evidence. Confirmation letter he is giving, right? Yes, I am a debtor to you, and this is the value. I have not escaped. So, auditor of the cycle vendor used to account Vadivel as the debtor, and his account will keep on going up, increasing. Correct? Now, tell me, one day, one fine morning, Vadivel will not give. What then? What you will do? Bad it is enough. Correct? Apo all these years you are telling this debtor. So the evidence is persuasive or not conclusive. The evidence is persuasive or not conclusive. Can you able to understand? That is one of the inherent limitations of audit. See, financial statement framework itself is a fair reporting framework. There are two types of framework. Okay, one is called fair reporting framework, another one is called compliance reporting framework. Our most of the audit we are using fair reporting framework. That itself have some inherent limitation, because some disclosures and all they will not do, because they will say it's not material now. Okay. So nature of financial reporting, nature of audit procedures applied, then time constraint, evidences or persuasive, judgments, all these things are inherent limitations of audit. What are the three types of audit risk? Audit risk is a function of dash and dash, and that in fact divided into two types. Audit risk is a function of dash and dash. Risk of material misstatement and deduction risk. So it's a function of these two, risk of material misstatement and deduction risk. Risk of material misstatement has been classified into two types. One is inherent risk, another one is controlled risk. Okay. So what is inherent risk? Inherent risk means the risk which is not able to be avoided. Okay, the area where you cannot have internal controls, or even if you have internal controls, it cannot be avoided. For example, emergence of a new competitor, Reliance Jio. Whether Aircel could have avoided that? This market is like that. This is inherent risk. How much ever care you take, this risk cannot be eliminated. Even if you put internal controls, this cannot be done. Or the area where there is no internal control, both are inherent risk. Second is controlled risk, the risk which could have been avoided if you have better controls, or if you have better controls but that controls or not adequately monitored, revisited. For example, you have CCTV camera which is not working, or you have CCTV camera but no one is there to watch the TV. Okay, then what is deduction risk? Auditors unable to find misstatements. That's called deduction risk. Either the article assistants are not adequate, okay, they don't have that knowledge, okay, or they didn't do proper procedures, okay, they use high level of materiality. Because of that, there are many small items which is left out. So all these things are deduction risk. Okay, the risk that auditor needs to get means like you should make it very less. See, if the material misstatement risk is high, deduction risk should be low. If inherent risk is high, internal risk should be, means like control risk should be low. At least anything you should keep low, right? Next. So auditor should do adequate planning. So to keep his risk low, you should do adequate planning, and you should engage a proper team. Engagement team should be proper, and regular supervision. Sometimes we will be sent for audit. Unless otherwise we come back to auditor and report, he will never ask us. He will forget us. Oh, nee article dana andalavuke. Sometimes we also will never come back to office because office is not having AC. And once we go to office, we will not get this pampering. Our client used to pamper us, hey ma, coffee, tea, and daily conveyance, sometimes afternoon food. Irungatu Kotele will not get that. So what is professional skepticism? Okay, questioning mind. You should not accept things just like that. Should have this questioning mind. Okay, that is called professional skepticism. Don't accept things just like that. Ask questions. Reason out. Then, so we will put full stop for SA 200 here. We will go to SA 210. SA 210, agreeing the terms of audit engagement. Now, before getting appointed as an auditor, you have to give what? A stupid fellow. After appointment only you will give engagement letter. Before appointment, what you will give? Declaration and consent. Okay. Declaration that you are not disqualified. Consent, you are willing to get appointed. After getting appointed, where you will get appointed? You will be appointed by shareholders. Okay, by passing ordinary resolution in AGM. So once those people passed ordinary resolution, you will get appointment letter. Once you get the appointment letter, you have to immediately give engagement letter. This is the terms and conditions with which I will work. This is your duty. This is my duty. Okay. You should not ask me to do any other services which will affect my independence. And this is my audit fees. Engagement letter, you should write audit fees also. Okay. And you tell that confidentiality is going to get affected because there is something called peer review. Okay, so your confidentiality will get affected to some extent. All these things you should communicate to your client. And if you are going to do tax audit also, if you got appointed for that, if you got appointed for GST audit also, can statutory auditor do tax audit and GST audit? 44AB he can do? Yes. His independence is not going to get affected because of this. He cannot do internal audit, that's all. Okay. So you should write all those things in that engagement letter. Whether we have to revisit the engagement letter and give engagement letter every year. I'll tell you, it's better to give engagement letter every year because something or other will get changed. Statute may get changed. Okay, see now MCA is giving new guidelines for auditors' independence. Now already it started exposure draft. They are asking comments from auditors. Those things are started. So in another 5-6 months, some new sections will be there, or amendments will be there in auditors chapter kind of, or rules may be amended kind of. So first point, statute may change. Second point, ICA may change its standards. Revision, correct? Standard revised. People didn't even know what revised. You go to YouTube, type SA 299 revision, revised. They will tell got revised by Mutwa. They will not tell what is previous, what is present, what is different, why it got different. In a problem na, people will tell that got revised. People will never tell, sir, in IPC what you studied. Because at least 1 year back you would have studied your IPC. Upon the time this revision will not be there. Okay, this is what you studied in your IPC, and this is how you should study for your CA final, and this is what the difference, and why this got changed. If I tell this, tomorrow when it comes for examination, you can write very beautifully with the legal language. Joint documentation and the word is very important. Joint engagement letter, important. See, there are only few words which you should know, and that essay will become easy. Joint responsibility, several responsibility. So you all know that once the work is divided, the person in charge is liable. Once it's now divided, work is not divided. Okay, now why I am linking this, because engagement letter which we are studying here, we will be studying in 299 as joint engagement letter. Now so for what reasons we will be revising our engagement letter and give every time? There may be change of statutes, there may be change in auditing pronouncements, sometimes there may be change in management. You gave your engagement letter to someone, those people are not now, company got amalgamated, so all management people got changed, and sometimes those charged with governance also changed. Okay, so because of that I have to give engagement letter to the new team. Okay, so this is one of the reason. Suti, sokku unaku poi moonjal veena odu. Dey Mithun, unaku see 6.5 hours you should sleep 6.5 hours you should sleep, and you should sleep deep sleep you should have. Okay, if you are compromising in your sleep, you cannot concentrate on entire day. Your day will get lost if you didn't sleep properly. This is truth. Some people will say you should sacrifice your sleep. Mannangati day sacrifice aidum. Okay, if one day you didn't sleep properly, the whole next day will be affected. I will tell, even sometimes when I used to go to SSR class, I tell my friend, "Day, I'm getting sleepy da. 15 minutes I will sleep, because if I sleep for 15 minutes or 10 minutes, I can concentrate next 2 hours. So I will go, okay, in the corner kuduthurunga, I'll go sleep. After 10 minutes, I'll get up myself. Once I got up, next 2 hours I will concentrate. So ஒரு sum தான் will be loss for me. ஒரு sum is a loss. But அடுத்து at least ஒரு 4 sums I will properly do full concentration la. So sleep is very important. And everyone know this, even teacher know this. Okay, I am not anything against the sleep, but only thing is maybe it can be rectified tomorrow. If you sleep properly, you will not get sleep in class. That because my voice is not that kind of voice, that sleepy voice. Okay, and எனக்கு தெரியும் என் voice sleepy voice because maybe the subject is sleepy subject, that's different issue, but see, that is the reason I used to tell that cinema stories. Okay, but அந்த ஸ்டோரியில் ஒரு moral இருக்கும் which is there to be linked with your subject. So it is not just like that, no. Tomorrow when you think evidence is persuasive, Vadivel cycle should come. Okay, அது இருக்கணும். Next, sir, what and all I should tell the management? First you should greet them in engagement letter. Please greet them. Okay, we are pleased by your appointment. Okay, and we will be doing audit of your dash and dash. Okay, balance sheet, statement of profit and loss, and notes, cash flow statement, notes for the year ended so and so. Then you should tell what you will do. First you should do audit as per SA. First to tell them our audit will be conducted as per standards on auditing, and you will satisfy the professional ethical requirements. Ethical requirements irka, we will be having the 2 schedules, all those things. Okay, we will be following that professional ethics. Then you concentrate that the financial statements are free from material misstatements. Okay, so we don't have a material misstatements, or we have material misstatements. So the point is not misstatements, the point is on material misstatements. On the point you should tell material அப்படின்ற point you should tell, and you will be collecting evidences, and also you should tell. So we will collect evidences, we will not just like that give our opinion. We will do risk assessment, and we will concentrate on your internal controls. We will see whether your internal controls are adequate, but we will not give any report on your internal controls, because internal control reporting is something different. Internal auditor has to do that. So my concentration is not on. Okay, and you should tell that we have inherent limitations in audit because it is judgmental. Then we use sampling, time constraint, these things. Then you should tell management, you have to prepare the financial statements. Okay, it is not my duty to prepare the financial, it is your duty to prepare the financial. You have to prepare the financial statements. Then you have to give me all information and explanation wherever it is needed. Then you have to prepare your financial according to accounting standards, give full disclosures, safeguard the assets, implement the internal controls. All these are your duty. Continue, what are management's duty? Prepare the financial statements, full disclosure as per accounting standards, safeguarding of assets, okay, internal controls. Then so you should give me access to the books of accounts, okay, and information explanation, all those things. Then if needed, we will ask you to give written confirmation. You should provide us with written confirmation, SA 580, you should link that. Then our audit is subject to peer review. So your evidences which we have documented here, which can also be reviewed by some chartered accountants which ICA will be appointing. Then we expect your full cooperation throughout the audit. Please sign and acknowledge this engagement letter. So this is the engagement letter. So when and all you will give engagement letter, again and again, why you should give? Statutory change, pronouncements of ICA change, management change, fees change. Possibility is there no fees change? Okay. Or maybe increasing in work. Scope of audit will get increased. Why? Because they may expand. Some new business has been added. Okay. Some new branches has also been added. So sometimes it's possible. This is SA 210. Then SA 220. Quality control for an audit of financial statements. What is SQC1? Quality control for firms that performs what and what? Audits, review of historical financial information, other assurance and related services engagements. Okay, so SA 220 and SQC1 are same. Now, so in your book it's 200 mentioned, please change it to 220. After the third line, yeah. Now, commenting what is SQC1? Quality control for the firm that perform okay. Now, first, which firm you are from? Okay, very good firm. GST they used to do perfect. Because the person who came out of that firm now is practicing and very good in GST. His name is Manimaran. He was previously with MK Dandekar. So now he is practicing very next level practices in GST. Now the thing is, how you joined that firm?
Through my friends' reference.
Okay. You went there and gave resumes, right? What next they did? Interview. Okay. Anyone from Big Four? Enga? Okay. So, what is your interview process? First HR round. What they will do in HR round?
Basic questions.
Okay. What basic questions?
Where are you from?
Okay. Where are you from? What's your parents doing? All those things. Then technical round will be there. Written round will be there. Then one oral round. Then one group discussion will be there. Article assistance ke evlo round. Okay. Because that quality, they will filter. They will take the best out of the best. And after that, they will keep in waiting list also. Okay. People have to be patient. Okay. Sometimes you'll be patient because heart attack oh. So all those things they will test, and last partner round will be there, and they will get selected. So this is interview process, and after that they will ask you to come for orientation process. Adu or 4 days, 5 days it will go. Who are our clients, how you should behave. Adu or side it will go. They will teach you. It's called orientation. How to do audit, what are the tools we have to use, etc. Before going for audit, they will used to do this. Then, so all these things are called human resource engagement. Okay, this comes under that. So a firm should have a proper screening policy, and they should tell you what's your work and how to come to office, like formals, what is allowed, what is not allowed, all those things. Stipend, leave policy, all those things you should tell. Okay, and it should all be documented. Everyone should have a file. So, உனக்கு உங்கள் ஆஃபீஸில் ஒரு ஃபைல் இருக்கும். ஓகே,
Articles of employment.
Okay. No, I'm asking about now articleship. Okay. So everyone will have a file. This is first point. Second point. Before sending you to an audit. So first audit you would have gone, right? So some 2 years back. Okay. First what they will do? They will tell you tomorrow you are going for this audit. And this is that company. This company is doing this. And you are allotted this work. How to perform that engagement? That's called engagement performance. That particular engagement, how to perform, they will teach you. And every time before accepting an audit, they have to do one risk assessment. See, before and all, if you appoint them, they will not just like that accept that. They will tell what? Sir, we will do one risk assessment and we will get back to you. So before even giving consent and declaration, they will not just like that take all the assignments. You may have money, they will not accept your engagement just like that. They will do that risk assessment process. And every year they used to do this. Every year. Otherwise they will resign and go. Okay. Acceptance and continuance of clients. This is the third thing you should do. First thing is what? Human resource engagement. And you have the policy for that. Second, engagement performance. Okay, how to do an audit you should get. Third, acceptance and continuance of clients. Okay, so every year you should do that risk assessment process. Then fourth, auditor should have that leadership responsibility and quality. Okay, நீ போகலாம் என்று சொல்லுவன் எஜமான், வா போகலாம் என்று சொல்லுவன் தலைவன். ஓகே, நீ எஜமானா தலைவனா? ஓகே, நோ எதில் வரும்? கோச்சடையானில் வரும். சார் அந்த படம் ஃப்ளாப் நான் பார்க்கல, நீ எல்லாம் பார்க்காதான் தான் ஃப்ளாப் ஆகி போச்சு. நோ, கோடி ரூபா கொடுத்து சரி, ஓகே. நோ, ஸோ எதுலையாவது பாரு, இது பாட்டு தானே, கேட்க வேண்டியதானே இது. No. So auditor should have that leadership response. Tone at the top, no. Correct? Is have tone at the top. Auditor should stand by his words and he should take the lead. And see what happening today, students are taking the lead and our fellow is coming at back last. But எப்படி இருக்கணும்? Come, let us go. Instead of saying you go, he should say come, let us go. And whenever you need clarity in the subject, he should teach you, should guide you. That is why he is called as principal. He is not your boss, he is what? Principal, and you are a student. He should teach you in days actually. You should not go for classes separately. He should teach you in days. He should teach you auditing. He should teach you Companies Act. But no one is doing their duty in today's scenario because everyone is having target of revenue. அதுக்கு அவங்க ஓடிட்டு இருக்காங்க. அப்போ அவங்க எப்படி உனக்கு சொல்லி கொடுக்குறது? Every firm should have at least 1 or 2 partners who should teach students. Then the quality of your work will be next level. That is the reason today the quality is deteriorating. Clients, you should tell, go and ask your clients who are there for so many years in your office. No, there are clients like 20 years clients எல்லாம் இருப்பாங்க. அப்போல்லாம் சூப்பராக பண்ணுவாங்க ஆடிட்டு, இப்போல்லாம் சும்மா நீங்களாம் சரியாகவே பண்ணுறது இல்லைன்னு போயிட்டுக்கே. That means that accountant should be there with that company for so many years. Some accountants I have seen, they will prepare financial statements wonderfully. Balance sheet நறுக்குன்னு இருக்கும். Sometimes the disclosure points they will not be knowing, but சூப்பராக போடுவான். பைவட் டேபிள்லாம் போட்டு வேறு லெவலில் இருக்கும் ஃபினான்ஸ் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸு. He is not a chartered accountant or anything like that. Basically through the experience he learned things. TDS reconciliationலாம் வேறு லெவலில் போடுவாங்க, பக்காவாக இருக்கும் TDS reconciliation. You cannot even point any mistake on them. Some people know if they point mistake they will become very aggressive. Oh, எனக்கு மிஸ்டேக் வந்துச்சு, நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் வா, ஒரு மிஸ்டேக் இருக்காது, பாசிட்டிவாக they will take. Some people எனக்கு எதுவுமே தெரியாது, ஓகே யூ ஹவ் டு டூ எவ்ரி திங்ன்றுவான், நம்ம தள்ள கட்டுவான் எல்லாத்தையும். ஸோ ஆல் those things will be coming across, no. So previously what we used to do, we used to prepare the financial statements. I will tell you, you should not prepare the you prepare at least, okay, you prepare nichkoye, next time you tell them how to do it, so at least your junior will not have the trouble. Next time once you give the soft copy to them, sir this is how you should do it, you should not prepare. But obviously we are vadi illama, see practically speaking we are only doing that, okay. But what we are saying, client did, we did only correction, no. Better what to do, give the soft copy after the first time when you do, after that you give the soft copy to him, ask him to change only the trial balance side, okay. So automatically your financial statement will get changed. So at least 50% or 60% of your work he will do from next time. But what to do, he will resign and someone will come next time, again with the same point, okay. திருப்பி காலையில் 6 மணி இருக்குன்னு ஆரம்பிச்சிடுவாங்க, அடா பாவி போன வருஷம் பூரா உங்களுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்துருடா. Next, see sometimes what will happen, the reverse will happen. Client will teach everything to article assistant. They will not come next year, someone will come, then they will tell, hey last year 15 days I taught him da. Because SAP, no, I will tell you, SAP it's very difficult to understand, okay. So client will give programs, okay, sir take all your article assistants, we will do the orientation சொல்லிட்டு clients used to do. So these are the T codes, these are the customer vendor master, this is the master சொல்லிட்டு போட்டு இதுலேயே ஒரு 10 days will go. Then after that only audit will start, அது ஒரு 1 month. Next time entirely new team will come, you will get irritated, டேய் அடப்பா திருப்பி ஃபஸ்ட் டைம் தான், okay. Next, so leadership qualities. Then monitoring, you should not just like that leave your article assistants, have eye on them, watch them, monitoring, keep on monitoring them. So give them guidance, they will get struck. Sometimes no, if you ask what the article assistant doing, he will say simply sitting in the client's office. Why da, data asked were not provided, hey, then you come back to here, come back to office, sir sitting in his office only he is not giving, if I come there he will never give, okay. பயமுத்தின்னு இருக்கா சார் டே இப்படிப்பா article assistants. I used to say like that only, சார் வரக்கூடாது சார், அப்போ தான் டேட்டா கொடுப்போம். If I come there he will never think even, already September sir, okay. See auditor used to use time machine effectively. How? Sitting in September 30 you will sign September 2nd, correct? அப்போ டைம் மிஷின் தானே, சைன்னு போகிற செப்டம்பர் 2nd போய் இறங்குற, ஓகே சைன் போடுற, சைனுக்கு செப்டம்பர் 30th, ஓகே. இன்டர்நெட் நாளை மாதிரி நோ யூ கேனாட் டூ, யூடின் இஸ் தேர், நோ. அப்போ கூட பாரு யூடினா 30 days எக்ஸ்டென்ஷன் வாங்கிட்டாங்க, ஏய் அப்பா ஏய். See now only auditors are using the shorter notice AGM. See previously no shorter notice AGM. Tell me why should auditor sign on September 2nd, why not on 20th September? Because 21 days notice is necessary for AGM, right? Now everyone is doing what? Shorter notice. Why? Because you did not generated, time over. October 2nd if you cannot able to generate UDIN, you cannot sign on 2nd September. So 15th October only auditor realized that he didn't generate UDIN. So what he is saying, okay, today is 15th October, put 15th September, but 21 days didn't come, no, okay, at least use that shorter notice provision, 95% of the people come participate. So can you able to understand? Appo shorter notice provision is always there, it's not something introduced after UDIN. Till now we have not used that, and instead we used a time machine. Now we are not using time machine, we are using, now also we are using time machine. Previously extensively you will use, now limited you will use. See, some officers used to tell, ma don't communicate to clients in pen drive, ma, okay, communicate everything through mail. For 25th September, she will send mail. Please see the attached draft financial statements. Auditor office. Please see the attached draft financial statements. Kindly go through. Okay, if there is any change, let me know. We will correct and give you. This itself is the biggest evidence. Your auditor can go for disciplinary action. You should never send the mail after 2nd September. Correct? But auditor 2nd September start out. Okay. So, because it is a document against you. Correct? This and all you should tell your auditor. Sir, I went to class today. Sir told like this, that we should not communicate in mails. Okay, at least what you should do? Okay, maybe like separate printout, get it communicated. You should find a way out, separate mail. Idena documentation thanada. And the mail you will have a common mail. Or mail amchiduvinga. Mudinjidhu. So you should keep avlo track. You will be having a separate mail ID for that client. Then you will go. Password also with you only. Next year varuva pudusa arayippa. No evidence only. Some people will have everything in pen drive and they will go. Pen drive also will go with them. Or pen drive will go corrupt. All the mottham pochu. So then engagement, ethical things to be followed. Ethics in engagements. So what are the ethics in engagement? Professional skepticism, integrity, then unbiased, then leadership. Last point, leadership. Last point is full of ethics. Okay, integrity, confidentiality, okay, professional skepticism, all those things. Come on, tell me. Quality control. What are the points you should tell? 1, human resource engagement. Then engagement performance. Okay. Then acceptance and continuance revisiting every time. Then leadership responsibilities. Okay, monitoring. Ethics. Okay, ethical requirements. Okay. Okay, now take a look of first 3 standards.